Okay, so it's my first time out with the new Skydio S2 drone. I made sure to stick a couple of tries at this at home in the schoolyard next to our house just to make sure that I knew what I was doing before I got out here. And I will admit, I still don't really know what the hell I'm doing here. So this this is great up here. I'm in Pacifica, California, kind of right here on the coast, just below San Francisco. And it had one false start, right? I tried to put one of the lenses that comes with it, for the filter for, sunny day, and unfortunately, it gave me an error code that said that I need to clean off the lens, and so it actually landed it over in the bushes the first time. So this is actually my second time around giving it a shot. Trying to demonstrate good trail etiquette there with our runners in town. Anyway, yeah, thing is really easy once you figure it out. You match your beacon to your phone, and then I'm sorry, you match your beacon to the drone, and then you connect the phone to the beacon. That gives it this real good GPS tracking, so you can see it's just following me like like a helicopter. It's pretty crazy. Um, it is kind of funny because it does record with sound sometimes, and other times it doesn't. So I can only assume that's user error, and I just need to figure out how to get the volume to work properly. So more hikers want to make sure we demonstrate good trail etiquette. Don't run anybody over there, piss them off. Thing's pretty amazing. It is cool because you can, like I said, you can hear it around you, so you definitely know it's there, right? It definitely makes a sound that you can hear, and you're not going to miss it. That's for sure. So if you're not hearing it, it definitely got stuck somewhere else. You got to go back. That's actually why I brought it out on my e-bike today, just because I had a feeling I'd probably have to chase it at some point, and having the ability to go back and climb if I was on a downhill was kind of helpful. So here I'm heading up the big climb to get to the top of Mile, and you can see in the background there's a couple of riders on analog bikes. And given that the e-bike's enough to kind of piss off other riders from time to time, I thought, having the addition of the loud drone kind of following me, making that noise might kind of upset people. So I just figured take the steep uphill. I've got an e-bike, so I might as well just trundle up the hill, and that way I can kind of get ahead of them and not have to bother them and bum out their day as well. So just getting kind of towards the very top of the climb here. Going back to where the trail joins up, where the trail that they were on will join up here in just a second, and then starts to get pretty busy. So, in environments like this where there's really no big trees in the way, this thing works like money. It's just awesome. You can hear it. It flies around you, gives you this really cool view. But as I got down lower into Mile, the little jump park area, this thing crashed pretty quickly, and I think that was really my fault. I think there's some settings I can manipulate on the drone and the settings that would allow it to stay a little lower, and because it goes under this 8-foot floor, so because it has an 8-foot floor to begin with, and so if you take it off, I think I can dial it in so it stays a little closer to me behind me, and can stay a little lower. And hopefully next time I'll give that a shot and see if I can get through the jump park. But unfortunately, when I got to the bottom of Mile here and got into Boy Scout, just as I started to take off, and you'll see it at the end, it clipped a tree, and unfortunately ended up going out into a giant field of poison oak. And so I spent about 30 minutes chasing this thing down, crawling around in the poison oak, yeah, but finally found it. It had lost the blades on one of the arms, but took a beating and kept on going. So I just put it back in my pack, finished out the ride, and learned my lesson, so to speak. So I think next time I'll learn to play with the settings a little bit more, maybe see if I can get it to follow me from behind, and maybe get it a little closer, maybe get rid of the 8-foot floor, because there's nobody really following me. So it would be kind of fun to see if it'll work that way. This is the really fun part of Mile. It is steep as shit, and it just never stops here. So it can get a little intimidating. And then sometimes you'll, as you come down this, there's, people splattered all over the place. If you have a group coming down, usually somebody stopped somewhere along the way. So really, really fun section right there. Those rock waterfalls at the end are just really, really fun. They do tend to get a little abusive though. Now just kind of finishing out the end of mile. Kind of weird not having any music set to this or any sound to it. So this is the fun part of mile down here too, where you can kind of get some big jumps and move pretty quick down the hill. And pretty soon we'll get to the end of mile here and start into Boy Scout, and you'll see that it lasts a little bit, and then it just decides to zip right into a tree. I'm kind of amazed though, as you can see, now we're starting to hit into some trees, and it is getting around them for the most part, right? There's some big telephone poles, so it's avoiding them. So I think did an amazing job. I think the video is awesome. The way it tracks you is just amazing. I got to get that dumb look off my face so when I look at it. But I think it's amazing. I'd give it a 8 out of 10 or a 10, actually a 10 out of 10. Really, I think the reason it ended up crashing was basically because I just brought it into a section that was too tight for it in the first place, and I should have known a little bit better. But good time, a lot of fun. Really enjoyed the camera. Can't wait to really figure out how this thing works a little bit better. So I'm hoping the next time I can do a little bit better job and hopefully show you guys some of the jumps in Boy Scout here and make it happen. But you'll see here very quickly as I start into the first jump, I lose it and I'm done. So thanks for watching. We'll bring something else out here very soon. Talk to you in a bit. Thanks for watching.